Yes, people, how's it going? Welcome back to Lily White Lane. Hope you're doing good, hope you're keeping safe and well, and hope you're having a fantastic and a smashing Monday evening. Now, I wanted to come on the channel, I wanted to talk about something this evening that feels, from a Spurs fan's perspective, that gets talked about far too much, but really doesn't, and it's how much of an impact and how Antonio Conte is really changing everything, and I mean everything when I say it, about Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. I think you've got to assess the situation he came into and say he is already beginning to change now. Obviously, there's more to come in this rebuild. All depends on whether Conte stays or how long he stays for or whatever. But at the minute, we are going in the completely right direction from a place where I didn't think we could go in the right direction for a couple of years. I think you've got to look at before Antonio Conte came in, and you've got to see we were in a horrendous position. Even though we won those first 3 games, you've got to look at the statistics, and we were at the bottom for a lot of stats such as distance covered, ball possession. You know, although we won those first 3 games, don't let it deceive you of the fact that we playing piss poor football. It simply wasn't good enough. It was embarrassing to watch. And that soon came to fruition, that soon came true, and it soon showed that football isn't going to win you games forever, because teams can easily work you out. We saw it under Jose Mourinho the season before, Nuno, as I say, and that football just didn't work. We won those first 3 games, and after that, every single team we faced was outclassing us, was outplaying us. We were just getting quite literally battered everywhere we go. And I know, that's a joke with a song that Arsenal fans came up with and Chelsea fans stole from Arsenal fans and whatever, but we were getting battered, got destroyed by the likes of Manchester United, who at the time were in an awful position themselves. Arsenal, an embarrassing North London derby. Crystal Palace, conceding 3 goals and scoring none against Crystal Palace. That's embarrassing. That's absolutely embarrassing, Chelsea 3-0. West Ham 1-0. We were just getting battered everywhere we went. We were getting, it was like Spurs were back in 2005 and 6. Don't worry, lads, it's Spurs, as Sir Alex Ferguson said. And we didn't have that for a couple of years under Pochettino. That Spursy tagline was sort of removed for a while. It felt like we were actually going to go on and win something. And obviously, didn't go on and win something. We were really feared as a team. We were a team everyone was scared to play. People looked at Tottenham Hotspur away. People looked at travelling to White Hart Lane, and they shat themselves, right? And that aura, as soon as Jose Mourinho came in, completely disappeared. Jose came in, and if anything, obviously part of it's down to Enoch, part of it's down to Steve Hitchen and whatever, and the people higher up. But the manager situation wasn't good enough. Jose didn't do a good enough job. Nuno didn't do a good enough job, and as a consequence of that, both of them were sacked. Both managers were sacked. Now, Nuno Espirito Santo sacked after losing 3-0 to Manchester United. As a Spurs fan, I honestly thought at that position, at that time, we've made the right move sacking Nuno, but who is going to want to come to Spurs? You've got to assess the position we're in. You've got to take a stance and look at where we are as a club. We weren't attractive at all. You looked at us as a club as someone who constantly loses games, who are an easy game, not a good style of football, players with bad attitudes, some bad eggs and everything. And you just looked at the situation at Spurs as a manager probably and went, nah, I can't be bothered with that. It's too much of a task. It can, really, really damage my career as a manager, because you've seen the amount of managers that it's damaged their careers. It damaged Jose's career. It damaged Nuno's career. He'll never get a good manager position. And I'm not saying he did well enough, because he didn't. But that was partly down to the board not backing him and a massive situation. It was just an absolute shambles. And there's still a part of that now. But before Antonio Conte came in, the club was in disarray. Antonio Conte comes in last November, right? Straight away, he implements his style of play. Straight away, none of this boring, defensive, pathetic, slow football we've been seeing under Nuno Espirito Santo and Jose Mourinho as Spurs fans. We've been asking for attacking football since Pochettino left, and we had it under Antonio Conte. Quick, fast, free-flowing, nice passing, fantastic football. And we saw it in his first couple games. We saw it against Vitesse, we saw it against Leeds. And as soon as he came in, the results started getting better. The results since he's come in have been absolutely phenomenal. You've got to assess our situation before he came in, where we were used to losing games, and now we draw a game or lose a game. We are so much more frustrated. Even if, we get beat 2-1 or 1-0 by Manchester City or a 2-0 against Chelsea, I was much more frustrated losing 2-0 to Chelsea at the Bridge, and not just because it's Derby, than I was losing 3-0 to them earlier in the season, because it's the expectation you have and the belief Conte had brought back into the team. And that's what we've got now. He's come in, I believe he's won, 8-9 games. He's lost a couple in Europe. He's lost 1 in the Premier League. He's won a majority of games in the Premier League. He's only drew 3. He's won a majority and he's lost 1. He's won about 7 or 8 games, drew 3 and lost 1. And those draws were to Southampton away, a tough fixture, Liverpool, and I can't really remember, Everton. That's it, Everton away, which was a tough game because he only had 2 days to prepare for it. But every time we've had a couple of weeks or an international break, to prepare for a game under Antonio Conte, we've looked absolutely fantastic. Take Brighton for an example. Had 2 weeks off and we came back looking like we've been playing every single couple of days, on form, free-flowing, attacking football. He's brought that belief back into the club. He's already implemented a couple of players. He's got those bad eggs out, the people who were bringing down the dressing room. And you've got to give Enoch credit for that, because they have gotten rid of him. The likes of Dele Alli, Giovanni Lo Celso, Tunke and Dombele. And he's replaced them not with real star players, but real hard workers, real Conte players, people who will go out there and give their 150, 150%. They will go out there and really fight for the badge and fight for the club. And that's what we've been asking for. Attacking football, even as fans, of course we want the results, but we were just crying out for attacking football. And we're getting both the results and attacking football. We've got new players, hard workers. It seems like every player that was on the pitch against Brighton really worked for the badge. We've got good defence. Eric Dier's turning his career around. Christian Romero, as I say, should be Cristiano Ronaldo, not Christian Romero. He's been phenomenal. Fantastic defending. Ben Davies, a player under Jose Mourinho, who we thought, this guy's awful. He's still not brilliant, but he is changing things around for himself. He has been really, really good under Conte. Sanchez, feels like when we got him under Pochettino. Kane didn't look himself under Jose, although he was scoring all these goals and whatever, didn't look himself. Same with Son. Both of them two didn't look themselves under Nuno. They didn't look themselves at all under Jose. Conte's come in, and Son was alright under Nuno. He's still doing alright now, but the massive impact it's had on Harry Kane and the belief it's had. If we wouldn't have brought in Antonio Conte, he would have went in January or the summer. I guarantee you that. He could still go in the summer, but I believe if Conte's still here and we're bringing in players, he will stay, because he's finally got a project to believe in. From a position as fans where we were looking at the club saying we're in complete disarray, what are we going to do? We now looked at an exciting prospect. We now look a free-flowing, attacking football club. We now look like the old Spurs under Pochettino, a tough game. People don't want to come to the Lane. People don't want to come to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We get back to in the summer, I honestly do believe Antonio Conte, maybe an FA Cup, but I honestly do believe, give it 2 seasons, if he's still here, Antonio Conte would have won Tottenham Hotspur a Premier League. I honestly do believe that. I understand the quality of Liverpool, I understand the quality of City, but this manager is world class. And if we back him in the summer with the players he wants and the belief we have in the team, we will win a Premier League. I hope we can look back on this in a couple of years, ladies and gents, and see that he has done it. But look, we'll wait and see. I'll just be happy with a bloody FA Cup, just a trophy as a Spurs fan. Please, a trophy. But anyway, thank you for watching. You guys have been awesome. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. And tap the notification bell to be notified every single time we do upload on the channel. You guys have been wicked. Thank you for watching. And as always, come on you Spurs. In Conte, we trust.